going to talk about High Brazil, the legendary, mythical island of High Brazil, said to be off the coast of Ireland in the Atlantic Ocean. There's a lot of different stories about this, so let's get into it. Now, here it is as it appears on old maps. People questioning whether it's a fake or whether it's real. Or we're sitting out here in two halves with a channel between them. And this is like quite an old map. I'm not sure. The older one previously to this, I think, was around 1325 or something stupid like that. And again, a kind of a more modern map. Can't say what date it is. I don't remember the date. They told me all these dates. But here we go. Brazil, High Brazil. And there's another island down here which is called Dillinger. And that name changed later, but we'll get into that in a few minutes. These places, they say, obviously they don't exist. They're not there. So we'll see. And here's another depiction of it, of another map. And again, it shows two halves and something going down the middle of it. And that there now, that's a pretty old map. What year? Don't know. Here's another one, and it looks like a more modern map. It looks like a more accurate depiction of Ireland, even though we don't know what shape it is. Whatever they tell us, we believe it. And on here it says, imaginary island of High Brazil. I don't know what that says, nuke. I don't know, but it's the same island that we were talking about earlier on, Dillinger. And again here on another map, 1724 map, Rocher de Brazil, or the Rock of Brazil, sticking out there in the Atlantic Ocean. Ask any airline pilot, is that out there? How would he know? He has to stick to his flight paths. He's not going to deviate. I mean, you got to leave Shannon and you got to fly to New York and back. If it's there, they're going around it. Again, Brazil and Dillinger. And a few minutes ago on a map it was called Nuke. And again, there it is sticking out there, looking almost like a yin-yang, red on one side, green on the other. Do Brazil, or Do Brally, whatever, yeah. Now here we go again. This even looks like a much older map. And you've got Hula de Brazil, and now you've got this place called Liesszzzzz. So it went from Dillinger to Nuke to Liesszzzzz. Maybe it got nuked. That's why they call it Nuke. Another thing is shipping lanes. And you have to, there's a big ports down there along the south of Ireland, so ships have to come in and out. So are ships' captains lying about what they see through the binoculars out through their windows, just like many airline pilots? So now that we go on to Google Maps, let's have a look inside this region. Because if it's there, it's in this region. Yeah. And now, as you can see on Google Maps, on a little bit of the cleaning up of the picture, we got this baby sitting here. Could be, it looks like it's a underwater mountain or hill or something like that. And there's this other thing down here. So whether they're sticking up out of the water, whether they are under the water, they there. So here you've got what looks like High Brazil and Liesszzzzz or Nuke or Dillinger. Oh, boy, they like changing names, don't they? You know, so with a little bit of cleaning up, we've got something quite visible, quite obvious on Google Maps, sticking up out of the water. What a myth. Let's bust this myth. Now, just to get off topic for a second, this is another mythical island. appears on many old maps, but it's not on any modern maps. The Isle of Friesland, and it had many cities on it. I mean, they're running a big con on us. History's running a con, geography's running a con. We have no way of finding out. And that's Iceland and Friesland together. So obviously it was beside Iceland. How they got rid of it, who knows? Now, so let's go on to the marine traffic map. So this is one of the most important bits of technology for seafaring people, ship's captains, the world over. And every ship and every boat that's on the ocean is on this marine traffic map. They are watching everything. That's why you can't cross the Atlantic with contraband. You can't get anywhere with anything now. They've got everything. I don't know whether your ship needs a transponder or not for them to pick you up. But all of these arrowed things are all ships. And you can, cargo ships, tankers, fishing boats, any kind of boat, any kind of ship that's out there, they need to know where it is. If you have an emergency, obviously they want to be first out there to save you, you know. So you can click on any of these at any time and they'll give you the full details of all the ships. I got another video coming on the marine traffic map because it can't lie, and it's placing ships in places where they shouldn't be. Now around Ireland you have these circular things. Now these are ports. And you've got Westport and Galway and Limerick here and Shannon and Foy, whatever it's called, Cork and Waterford and Rosslare and other places around in Dublin Port and Dunleary Port and Clogherhead and Warren Point, and you got ports. So you've got ports and you've got ships. Now I have one question. What the fuck is that? And what the fuck is that? They are ports. So what the fuck are ports doing out there in the middle of the ocean? Well, we ain't got nothing. Unless Hy Brasil is sticking up out of the water and Liesszzzzz or Nuke or Dimar, or whatever you want to call it, is still sticking up out of the water. Otherwise they wouldn't have a freaking port on it. And a ship pointing straight at it. I get a bit passionate about these things because finding out all these lies that they've been telling us about our world, the history of our world, the geography of our world, they have created things like this marine traffic map so that they can keep an eye on everybody out there in the ocean. And of course they have to have their ports marked on it and everything else. So, big mistake. Big stupid mistake. So what's going to happen next week? Are we going to go on marine traffic map next week and find out, oh, Hy Brasil's gone. Oh, Nuke is gone as well. They've nuked it. So there it is, people. I've shown you a dozen old maps where many seafarers and everybody else that's been out there, map makers, over the centuries, have these two islands off the coast of Ireland, gone off all recent maps in the past 200 years or whatever. But now you go on the marine traffic map and you get two frickin' ports sticking out there in the middle of the ocean. So that this is starting to make sense. Other people say, oh, this is not making sense to me. It's making fucking sense to me. Because I know how these people con us. Now, airline captains coming in from New York all the way into Shannon, they are going to have to fly around this. And airline pilots, if they say, oh, whoops. Whoops. Airline pilots have, they say, oh, guess what I saw out through the window of the airplane? You're fired. Funny, today when I was flying, I could see islands 200 miles away over the curvature. You're fired. Ship's captain's coming in. Oh, look. Whoops. So, if they do know about it, they're not going to say anything about it. I ain't getting on a currach and rowing out there to see if it's there. So make of it what you will, people. We're being conned. We got islands out in the ocean that they don't want to tell us about. Now, what about our Ministry for Fisheries? The Minister for Fisheries and the Minister for the Ocean and the Minister for whatever. Does he know about it? Is he keeping it from you? Anyway, that's as far as I'm going to bring that for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and catch you all soon.
Hi everybody, I was watching this video and it's supposed to be Paris 1944, and I cannot get over how many buildings are very similar to like this World Trade Center. It's not very good quality. I'm not even going to look at it. Well, there is a few bits I want to show you that are weird in this footage, but it's just how clean everything is. You know, we've had a war, must be mass unemployment, the whole thing, things have been blacked out, but look at what they're showing you for 1944. Anybody who doesn't know, this is Notre Dame. A couple of years ago, oh lo and behold, another fire burns all the roof out, so they will have changed the roof and probably changed things to cover up what this church really was. It was built in the 10th into the 11th century. Come on everybody, if they could do that then, why is this such a surprise? I think it's quite an amazing church. It doesn't overly get talked about, but when you think that they were building those kind of things in the 10th and the 11th century, so once you realise that, nothing can be a surprise, surely. But I love that church. Anyway, on to the next bit. Hundreds of years before they did this. I look at it and I see a cartoon. On the other hand, the buildings have got to be real. Maybe it's just batty footage. I just don't know anymore. None of it looks real to me. But the buildings, definitely you can see Rome. When you can see this connection to Rome, it's standing there right in the middle of that picture then, that it's kind of been omitted out of the history, so you won't realise that. Look how clean it is. It is mega clean. I just can't get over how clean it is. Anyway, this building that's coming up, middle of the screen now, and then the edge of it goes round a corner. Look, it's all blurry. Up here, it's all blurry. If you saw that building behind the lamppost on the left, it keeps wobbling. I don't know whether they've done this because maybe they believe then that's how it makes the footage look older or something, but when you realise it's only happening on this building, just here, nowhere else. So that's a bit crazy, isn't it? So I think they do it to make the footage look older, but to me, once I see that, I think fake. It's all fake. Here it goes, it keeps going, it's got a problem, don't you think? I mean, if those pillars moved like that, the building would fall over, but whatever it is, the cartoon it is, or I don't know what you call it. And then of course when you get to the edge up here, it's all blurry. coming. Here it comes. Just past that other lamppost at the edge. It's all blurry. Why would it be doing that? Again, here you can't even really tell the difference between the pavement and the road. They go wobble wobble in the background. Just that building. Just at that point. You can't even really tell the difference between the pavement and the road. And look at the lampposts. I mean, does it really look real? It's a cartoon. I see a cartoon. I see Roman buildings, or what do you call them? But anyway, yeah, in a minute it sort of blew my mind, because obviously I've watched this footage slowed down. Obviously I had to make the video. Yeah, do you see the blurry building up here? Look, it's all blurry, 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 blurry. This building, I didn't see it. I was just looking a minute ago. Do you see the difference between here and here? What is this that they have put over the top of the building? I don't know what that is. It makes the building look a little bit weird, to be honest. Like, you know, look at that arch at the front. Was it really like that? Or is the bit behind with these, is this all not real? Yeah, it looks very antiquitech-like. Obviously I've slowed the footage down, and it probably hasn't got all those statues on there now, because it obviously comes from a different era. Very strange, isn't it? Yeah, anyway, I'm just adding this bit to the footage because you always have to add bits to the footage. There's always something you want to add in after you've watched it. But yeah, I'm just a bit like, I don't know what to make of all this. What does all this mean? I mean, what is that building? Is it part of a church? Another church? I don't know. I don't know, with that big arch at the front which does nothing. But this building, I mean, look at the pillars on the left. I mean, do you think that's in perspective with this? But it does, this sort of reminds me a bit of the World Fair trade still. Yeah. But that doesn't look real now, does it? Now I've told you that the arch is wrong. It's wrong. You know, a great big arch like that sticking out of nowhere. But at least we've seen this place. You know, it cannot be 1944. Well, it got to be Paris, but I think somebody's made it. You know, they could do all this. They could CGI and everything. I watched one. I wish I'd kept it, to be honest. It was a Victorian car, and it went up the wall. You know, went to the wall and went straight up. They can do these things. They're probably going to be better at it than we are. Yeah, it's very strange. I mean, I just don't think any of this is real. I think it's all a cartoon, and it's all crazy, and the video's coming to an end now. At this end, I'm going to add this bit in, so just keep telling me your thoughts. Do you think this is real, or do you think it's a cartoon like I do? When you slow it down, that's all you see. But what's your thoughts? What do you think this is? And why is it so clean? Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Carry on. But the amazingly looked after place. Amazing. Look at it. Not even one leaf, anything on the grass. With all this amazing structure. Some of it looks like it even could come from the World Fairs. That's what it looks like, but maybe it isn't. But that's what it looks like. Look, just look at that building. What, I mean, it looks a bit like a pneumatic train station or something, but what an amazing building. Is that it's very, very clean. Nothing's blown up. Nothing looks ruined. Nothing's got holes in it. I thought there were wars. I thought everything got bombed. But look at these amazing buildings supposedly in 1944. How can that be? And I've been to Paris and I didn't realise that, you know, you just don't realise these things. But they are painted in gold leaf. And I mean, look at all the infrastructure there is. Do you think these people built this? I'd say we moved into this. And yeah, it's quite incredible, isn't it, that this, you know, when you look at it like this in 1944. But it would have to have been there anyway, wouldn't it? We don't even know how old these buildings are. But like I said, if they could build that church then they obviously, hundreds of years later, even though they have us in horses and carts all the time, we must have been far more advanced and must have got rid of them. Maybe they sent them to the further lands, but what it is they got rid of them, or they died, or whatever. I don't know, but look what's left. Amazing stuff, but not the best quality video. Thanks for watching. What's your thoughts? We've come to make the third man as well, which we're going to show you, and it is Charlie Chaplin with Tesla. So me and Mick had these conversations where we know that he's not real, and then there and behold, he's Charlie Chaplin. Wow, it's just like they never stop, do they? Because it's not just Charlie Chaplin is Hitler. We've already said the Tsar of Russia, who became the King of England, played him as well. Different people played them, and Mickey knows by photographs that there are different Hitlers.
Yes, you see them when they're standing, even they go behind the shape. Like even the one I saw yesterday, it's like I could see that it wasn't Hitler because he was like 6'1", healthy as anything. You know, and I thought, yeah, of course he's got to be like that because he's got to face his military men. And they don't want to like a weak, like, decrepit old man that we see. So it's obviously, you know, when you see that, that's the man they're going to shoot and assassinate, you know, the fake one. You know, and they show the fake Hitlers, you know, on the films and all that. But yet the real one's sitting behind, up in the Eagles there. Because when I saw the difference,
it's Charlie Chaplin.
I'm funny yet again.
Or it's Tesla.
Charlie, yeah, again.
Who do you want to be today? Hitler, Tesla, or Charlie Chaplin?
None.
One's a comedian.
Oh, yeah.
One's the ruler of trying to be ruler of the world, and one's got the electrical technology of the different way, free energy, like it's never existed before.
Yeah, that's the kind.
That's the Tesla bit, isn't it?
That's what
I found it. But I did think that, but then you learn that it. Oh, what you mean the Egyptian? What before the Egypt? Oh, right, hundreds of years ago.
Battery.
Anyway, we're going to carry on with the video now.
Yeah, super.
When you're sitting there and you just see it, I don't know if you realise, but this is Tesla and Hitler put together. Tesla was Hitler. So we know there's a few Hitlers. Maybe there's even 6. I don't know how many there are. But there are different Hitler actors, isn't there, Mickey?
Yeah.
You said you watched one yesterday when it happened in the video.
Yeah, it was just a bit too. Like, it was only about 3 or 4 seconds of it, but I could see it was two different Hitlers.
Yeah.
Even though they were in the same place.
I can't believe it. Hitler was Tesla. So what it is that you know, I can never completely match a picture in. You'll see they have quite similar ears. I've tried my best to show you because I suddenly went, Mickey, look, it's Tesla. And you saw it, didn't you?
Yeah, and then I saw it. Oh, God.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to show you in pictures.
Rabbit hole.
Some of the pictures of the younger Tesla look like Hitler. But you'd have to have a couple of parts. Hey, in your lifetime, your face is going to be Hitler and Tesla. Are you happy about that? And you just cannot get away from Hitler's hair and the style. So what you have to do is you have to think out of the box and realise their hair or their voice, there is something on it that's very defining and reminds you of that person. So even if he's not really there, you think it's them. Once you hear their voice, it happened in the Chris Watts case. It happened there. As long as they could hear Chris Watts, they believed they'd seen him, but he hadn't. So it was a lie, just like everything else. But there you go. So we're going to play this video and leave your comments. And I'm not crazy, am I, Mickey?
No, you're absolutely lunatic.
Well, you just see it. Even
Yeah, you see it, and that's it. You can't unsee
Mickey
it.
saw it as well when I saw
Well,
it.
you spotted it in a second.
Yeah,
You're
but I've
too-
seen pictures of them before. I never.
Yeah.
It's because we were going to do something different on Tesla, weren't we? What were we going to do? Well, we were talking
something good.
or a video came up,
We're going to do something good, but
or Tesla, and then I said,
you
"Oh
went,
my God, look, it's Hitler!"
Yeah, and then you showed it, and it was like,
But we know that
Oh,
there's
right.
not one.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
I mean, there's not just one Hitler. There's loads of them.
It's well known.
And our favourite piece de resistance, which took me hours to edit to get it there, was when Hitler at Nuremberg, was it?
Oh yeah, the old one, yeah.
He's
Nuremberg
walking
Rally.
down these steps and he's walking off, and Mickey said, "You know that walk? It was never a walk, it's a curtain."
Yeah.
And just when he could have actually got to the curtain, so you'd have realised that he couldn't, that it cut, didn't it?
Yeah.
The video cut.
Yeah.
And it took me hours to get it uncopyrighted to be able to play it, because YouTube put it over the most important part of the video.
It was like a Cecil D. DeMille thing. You know where Cecil D. DeMille, like, you know, your Sunday matinee in the 30s, you'd have thousands of actors all running, like doing the Jerusalem films and movies of the old day. So it's the same thing, you know, setting a Cecil D. DeMille movie.
Anyway, watch the video,
Yeah,
tell us what you think.
Especially Hitler one.
And we've got Tesla and Hitler in this.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately. Poor old Tesla.
Yeah. No, it's not poor old Tesla.
It is.
We
Well,
discussed
Mason.
it. You clapped at me. I said he
He's
wasn't
a
real.
Mason.
It's not because it's sad because, you know, so many people believe in him, but he was just another his story.
Well, he's another Mason. And you don't trust a Mason. Simple
No,
as
there
that.
you go, yeah. And you don't trust the other one. He used to like dressing up in women's clothes.
That's Einstein?
Yeah, like, that was just
go-go.
ridiculous.
Einstein and go-go.
Mind you, Tony Blair was done for cottaging and still became Prime Minister.
Yeah, I had his name.
That made me cough.
Yeah, it's just,
He was used a different name, but if the
Yeah.
Joe public had realised that, nobody would have voted for him.
yeah,
So you had that.
Yeah.
You had that thing in for years. I hated him.
Yeah, it's, no.
Toffee nose Toff he was.
I don't know what the hell it was.
He was a beast.
He was no man.
And I had a bit of a video on the other day when this woman, he believed in everything that Bush did. Yeah, I'm right with you, right behind
not
you.
Junior Bush.
Yeah,
Not
anyway,
Bush.
we're off track. This one's about Tesla and Hitler. I almost can't believe it. The first picture I ever put over the top, I went, Mickey, oh my God! But anyway, let's watch the video.
The rabbit hole began.
Thanks, Mickey.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks for showing me.
We had to put this bit in because Mickey said, well, who's the third man?
Yeah.
But looking at this, he was the first man, Charlie Chaplin. Oh my God, I can't cope. Michael, I can't cope. I mean, they are that one's older. Tesla is older picture. Yeah. They are the same people.
Same era, isn't it?
Wow. Even this one, you'll see.
Oh my God.
It's the same person. Just different hair.
It's like applying the makeup. You know what I mean? Onto the next actor.
Nah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't think I did such a good one on Hitler, but it's still the same person. Yeah, it got a bit funny because you're always looking at the hair, like Hitler has such defining hair. But it's the same person. It's just not quite the same angle like the other picture, but it's still the same person. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. Anyway, just made it. I mean, that was just, wow. That one I went, oh my God. Because until you do the overlay, so what? So it's got to be Charlie Chaplin then.
Once you do them two together.
Well, not even that. I mean, they're the same person. It's just one's older, different colour in the pictures, different hair. Because you saw it in there. See, it's the same person. And
look at that change there, right there.
But he definitely is Tesla. And many people said he played Hitler.
Yeah, great dictator.
But you can't find that many pictures of Hitler anymore.
No, well.
You're getting really limited.
Yeah.
What is it? How many pictures of Tesla is there?
It's like the classic ones that we always see. But
5.
About 10. No, I'd say maximum about 10, but half of them were drawings. And one of them was fake. Yeah. That's the electrical one. But yeah.
Just one more time. If you didn't see it, just see it again. So, this wouldn't have been their only acting roles. They've got to be half a dozen other people as well. Yeah, it's a bit upset. I think it's a bit upsetting. You know, we've got Hitler. I do think he's Hitler as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if people don't see it and then they see it. A lot of the time, I don't mean to, but I just see it.
Yeah.
As I said, didn't I? But
comes to.
He's Hitler as well. I think the ones of him and him, they're really good. I'm eating popcorn, sorry everybody. Yeah, but I've done a lot today. Mickey's come.
Yeah.
Right. I'm now quite late. We're making this video, but that's enough, Mickey.
Yeah.
Because we've come back and added a bit in.
We found that third man.
Well, the first man. Come on, it's one more time then. We have to play it again because that's just one more time.
Which one is the real?
Oh my God!
Which one's the real actor? Who played who?
Well, it's probably the same. There isn't one. He probably wasn't even real.
The one playing all three. Was the one playing two? Yes.
It's the sheer mockery at us because Charlie Chaplin's a comedian and Tesla's something completely different and Hitler's something completely different again. Yeah, just play all of them. Your character's playing them all.
He was never for us, it was always against us.
No wonder they're all alcoholics. They just can't live with themselves.
Because they live in a world of light.
Or I can't even go out, can they, or anything?
Buzz Aldrin, he was a proper alcoholic because he was deceiving.
But even we know now with the Charlie Chaplin, that's all fake as well. How they did it. Make it look like it's all, but it's just CGI. It was just CGI. So. Anyway, thanks for helping me make that, Mickey.
Thank you, Ken. No problem.
Yeah, so what's your thoughts, everybody? We're trying to leave, because, the video, but it is really crazy when you actually look at Charlie Chaplin and Hitler that they're actually that alike. Like, what do you want to be today? Hitler? Or a comedian? I mean, they're such different characters, the whole thing, but you can see, I just filmed a little bit, like a few seconds, just to show you they've got the same eyes, same mouths, and the other one, who did I say you look like? Magnum. The other character, the slightly colour one that comes up, that one, it's a bit like Magnum. But yeah, that bit that it's Hitler, like, you know, you would never associate these people as the same people, but I mean, how ridiculous. The comedian of the world and ruler of the world. It's disgusting. Anyway, I think this is the last little cutting that we do now, because it's getting really late. But once you see it, you see it. And Mickey thought this one, didn't you? He said, let's put Charlie Chaplin in the, you know, when he's dressed up as Hitler in.
Dictator.
Yeah, so that one, at the top he is. The only thing is, Charlie Chaplin's got makeup on, and Hitler doesn't really look like he is, but Charlie Chaplin's got makeup all over him. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, we're finishing this bit again now, and this will be the last time that we come in, because we need to go to sleep.
Good night.
And it was good fun making it. It's really bizarre. I said we were leaving, and I said that's it and we're going, and then we were just playing that bit back because I'm adding bits to the video just to make sure it sounds okay, because obviously the music's cutting and everything and so forth. He's got a really weird mark on his eye there, but anyway, what it is that when you look at Charlie Chaplin pictures and you look at this picture of Hitler, if you're under any doubt, you'll see that they have the same lines. Let me just stop on Charlie.
Yeah, the old brow line.
Yeah, see, let's go on just a tiny bit to Charlie. There. Do you see? Go back. Come on, Charlie. Come on. Yeah, he's got them here. Ugh. So anyway, just play it on, you'll see it's got the same frown lines. You know, above the eyebrows.
Above the nose.
Well, hopefully everybody can get that, and yeah. Oh, and of course, Charlie Chaplin's always smiling and being silly, and Hitler's, oh, it's very, very serious. I was frightened to death of that man, and all it is something that they've made for the television. Well, whatever they had at that time. Screens.
Propaganda.
Yes. Anyway, we are going this time. Hopefully you see the frown thing. Just above, in the middle of the eyebrows. Same.
Yeah, you can't get rid of that.
The men, they have the same thing.